So folks, you all be very welcome to another edition of Mayo County Matters. Now, coming up on tonight's show, we attend the launch of the Irish TV Gaelic Masters, we delve into the imagination and the creativity of Culture Night in Castlebar, and we discover the magic of catamaran sailing in Claggan. Now, I'm here in Ballinrobe, where the local community have all come together for a very, very special fundraising event. In January 2013, a little 3-year-old girl, Roisin Tansey, suffered a traumatic accident after she tumbled off the couch, which caused her to become paralysed from the neck down.
Our daughter Roisin got hurt. They were playing on the couch and they put the two seats together and they were tumbling over them. And while she was doing that, she started crying and said she hurt herself. And when she got up, she couldn't move her hands.
I didn't realise that it was as bad as it was, because I was in the house and I had left and I got the call and my wife said, Roisin has hurt herself. I said, she'll be okay, don't take heed of her.
I didn't know in the beginning. I thought maybe she was putting it on, but her hands, she couldn't move them at all. And we didn't know, and when they went to Castlebar, they thought it was just a bruising or something and she'd be okay. And then we went to Dublin and we were a long time waiting until they did the MRI. And when they did the MRI then, it was just serious. She said she was the sickest child in the hospital. They rushed her up to ICU. She was losing the power in her legs. And they said if they did an operation, the next half an hour she would die. When they came and said that, we said just take her an operation and we just want her back. So it took 5.5 hours. They did their best they could and they brought her back, and she was in the ICU for a long time. But they came and told us then she'd be paralysed from the neck down for the rest of her life.
Roisin spent several months in Temple Street Children's Hospital after her accident and in the rehab centre in Dunleary, but to no avail in regaining any movement in any part of her body.
Roisin fell when she was 3 years of age off the couch, overextended her neck and has become paralysed from her neck down. She has been out in Kentucky for 6 months of this year, having intensive physio on her spinal cord, and they're hoping to retrain her spinal cord so that she'll get some movement back in some of her limbs.
In January of this year, Roisin's mum Breda and her dad Damien got news from the Fraser Institute in Kentucky in America that they had an intensive physiotherapy program that they hope may retain Roisin's spinal cord in the hope of gaining some movement in her limbs. Now, the cost of each of Roisin's 3-month therapy sessions is $40,000, and this is on top of travel, accommodation and everyday living in America for the duration of their stay.
She can kind of move her hand a little bit now and she can move her legs a lot more. And they've great hope for her. They want us to go back out again if we can next year and get the funds together.
We're here tonight to try and make some money to get her back out again next year, because the Fraser Institute out in Kentucky want Roisin back out again next year for more physio. We had done all the walks and the cycles and all the musicals and the social gatherings, and we decided we'd do something different that would be down the line for the ladies. We built a new showroom last year and it's just the ideal space. We had to move out all the cars here yesterday evening from 4 o'clock and change the showroom into a fashion show and a big catwalk.
Eileen, that works for us here, got involved because she has a daughter, same age herself and the same name, Roisin, as well. And me and my wife here have grandchildren, are all around the same age, so we says we'd get behind her, and they all got together and they organised this. It's great to be involved in it now, like when you see how successful it is, you know, and how everything has turned out, and we got a lot of help from all the local people here.
We're here supporting Roisin's fashion. Really delighted to be involved in such a wonderful event, helping to raise some money for Roisin's treatment and that. All our models are local girls. As much as possible we try and bring our own models into every fashion show that we take part. The whole idea is that, you know, we sell fashion for real women, so we like real women actually showing the fashion.
All the models are amateurs tonight, so to speak. They're all giving their time freely. Let's make it a bit of crack. There's a huge crowd here. The place looks fantastic. It's a just been done up beyond all recognition almost. It's a beautiful summer's evening streaming through here, so I think it'll be a great night, and it's great to see events like this taking place here. There's a very progressive company, JJ Burks. They've gone from strength to strength during tough times, and it's wonderful what they're doing tonight for the Roisin Tansey Fund.
If you want the job done, go on the top.
Roisin is my niece, and I'm here to support her tonight. She's a great girl, she's great in spirit, like, and everything. She makes everyone laugh and everything, and it's a brilliant turnout. Like, it's great for the people like Claremorris and Ballarobe and all around. And people are so good. Like, she's getting such great support from everyone. Like, and it's just fabulous. Like, people are so good. Like, it's brilliant. Like.
Who's here?
Mom, Dad and my sister.
Yeah. And what did your sister think of your modelling?
Good. And she's modelling too.
Oh, she's modelling as well, so it's all in the family.
Yes.
Yeah. But is she looking as nice as you?
Kinda.
Okay, some 40 years in business very recently. We went on for creating local employment, keeping people working in Ballarobe, and organising tonight's wonderful event as well too. 3, 2, 1, go! Well done.
All we really want is to give her every chance that we can, make her as independent as we possibly can. If we didn't go to America, we could say in 10 years' time, what if? So there's been a lot of fundraising going on, and we appreciate all the people out there who have helped us with it and who have contributed.
Thank you for all coming. And I hope you enjoy this night.
Now I've come to try my hand at sailing, and I'm at this stunning location to find out how.
I'm the Regional Development Officer for the Irish Sailing Association. That's the national governing body for sailing, powerboating, windsurfing, and this is my area that I work in. And my function is to increase participation and support the local clubs. Today I'm also here as an instructor. There's a great programme we have in the Irish Sailing Association called Try Sailing, and as part of that, Ballycrahar Boat Club have linked with their local transition year school, and they're bringing the students here to try sailing today. So I'm here to support them, give them a help, get them out on the water. It's a fabulous club. It's a small rural club with a big heart. Great involvement on the volunteers. You'd see many, I'd travel around the country, and big clubs you might be familiar with in Dunleary or Cork or Galway. And this club mightn't have the seafront promenade and the big yacht club, but it has a big heart with lots of people, great development, and great individuals like Seamus came back and really built something on his passion. And there's a lot of pride and a lot of passion.
We have 6 high-tech catamarans that are in the background, and then we have a range of smaller boats, monohull boats for all different skill levels, and we've about 25 serviceable ones with 6 motorboats of different grades. Sailing is it's one of our ancient skills, and a lot of these skills have been forgotten, so all we're doing is reintroducing people to those skills. So one of the first things they learn is where the wind is coming from and how to utilise the wind, how to spot changes in weather. Then they learn the parts of a boat, what the sails do, how they work, and everything is about working with nature. It doesn't take long for them to get hooked on it, and it's a sport that could be in any coastal community in Ireland, and it's just a pity that there isn't more of it. Children are our greatest asset, so it's very important that we encourage them. By coming to us, they found a place where they can meet, make friends, and have a very healthy lifestyle, a very healthy sport. So what more could any organisation offer? typical afternoon sailing would be in the waters in between Ackett and Ballycroy and Bellicrahar Bay. Then we'd have a number of camps where we'd sail to different islands and camp for 2-3 nights. And so we do the survival skills and the camping, and they have their sing-songs and everything else. So catch their fish on the way and cook them at night time. So it's a real back to nature, Bear Grylls type.
I've been sailing for a few years, since I was about 9 or 10.
And what do you enjoy about the sailing?
Just it's a good feeling, like being out in the water. I love the water, so it's just great.
So what will these be learning today now?
Just how to sail, how to control the boat, maybe capsize and recovery or life saving, like a life raft, how to cope if your boat or something goes down in the water.
And how are they feeling about it?
I just say a few of them are nervous, I'm not really sure.
Well, enjoy it anyway.
Thank you.
Bellicrahar Bay is Bay of the Plunderer, association with pirates and smugglers. It was the main highway. This is the linked Blacksod Bay with Clew Bay. So before, this was the M50 of the West. You know, long before the Greenway or the roads were even brought, we had galleys passing through here, going to the terminus at Duhall, on the Mulranny side, just below the railway bridge.
It's a magnificent bay.
Well, Henry, whatever you think about the bay from here, it's out there you want to see it from. So if you don't mind, will we get ready and we'll go sailing?
Time to go sailing.
Right, Henry, let's go. Our future plans would keep renewing our fleet and keep the membership at the same and maybe increase it. Develop our special needs programme a bit more. At the moment we have one boat that we specially adapted for special needs for wheelchair users, and we hope to have a floating facilities to take account of the tidal situation here, and changing rooms and a hoist or a crane for wheelchair users, and we'd like to develop that much further.
Well, that's all we have time for on this half of Mayo County Matters. Join us again after the break.